I'm Cory Minton, Global Field CTO for Splunk, and I have the pleasure of being your guide for a little trip around the Splunk Conf Pavilion. This is the place where we activate the Splunk brand in really fun and exciting ways to inspire your art of the possible with Splunk. So, why don't you come along with me and I'm going to show you some of my favorite things on the floor. I'm really excited because we are here at the guitar manufacturing demo station where we're showcasing the reality that digital resilience isn't just about IT and security, it's about OT. So James, tell us a little about what you're showing here with the team.
Sure, yeah, I'd love to. So first and foremost, we're showing how the different products from Cisco can be put together, the different business units, the compute business unit with our servers, Splunk, and also the industrial IoT networking products. And we do this with two things. We're tuning an electric guitar, and we're also doing a quality inspection station using machine vision and AI inferencing.
Well, one of the things I always love is when we get a chance to look at a really cool dashboard, and I have to say, this is one of the prettiest dashboards on the floor.
Thank you.
Walk us through a little bit about what we're seeing and kind of the insights that get surfaced in this demonstration.
Sure, so we're taking data from all the different components inside the machine itself, and we're building out two halves of a dashboard. The first half on the left side is of the production data, and we start small, and we work our way up to get some overall arching insights. And what we're trying to do is enable better, more efficient outcomes for the actual machine and production.
Well, I do love it because you start with the lower level infrastructure, which is really important. You got to have that view.
Yep.
And then we get to the business outcomes that matter. And that's a lot of what we talk about this week, is really connecting that digital resilience story to be about connecting to the business outcomes. You know, one of the things that's super fun about Conf is we always make it experiential. So we're not just showing guitars being tuned, but you're inviting people to rip on these things?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We put them in here because we wanted this to be a fun, interactive experience, so stop by and rock out.
Love it. All right, let's check out this other station.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're over here at this AI vision inspection station, so we're checking out quality metrics. Talk to me about what we're showcasing here from a tech stack and from a manufacturing perspective.
Sure, absolutely. So what we're doing is we're taking 5 images of the guitar itself, and we're using the AI inferencing to actually look at the images and look for scratches and dents on the guitar so we know whether or not it can be packaged and shipped out. And these images are all shown up here as they take place on the dashboard.
Well, it's incredible because you want to connect that quality process to manufacturing. You got to make sure you're shipping good products. And it's neat too because I love the fact that we're showcasing not only the Cisco infrastructure, but even that Splunk Edge Hub that's actually helping bring all those industrial controls protocols together.
Yeah.
That's super cool. And the Dashboard Studio gives us this real-time images. That's a new thing for us.
It is. And the other thing we need to point out too is that this is showcasing an industrial network, or the OT side. And this OT network is changing with all the new AI tools and all the new virtualized PLCs and things like that. So we're building products here at Cisco to adopt and to enable all those new things.
All right, this is a super cool application of AI for OT success. Let's go check out the other side of the manufacturing line.
Let's do it.
And so now the guitars have been past the quality check, but we got to make sure that they play as expected. So tell us about this robot and what it's doing here.
Yeah, sure. So the robot is actually tuning the guitar. So it comes in, it plucks a string, and then we use some fancy stuff over here, boost pedals and amplifiers, to send that information down to a virtualized PLC. Then all this information tells the robot which way to turn the peg based on what frequency was played.
That's wild. And we're making sure that we're keeping an eye on the robotic arm and make sure that it's healthy and performing as it should, using Splunk's operational technology intelligence platform here. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing on screen.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you're doing is you're seeing the actual frequency that's being plucked, that's being read, and then you're also seeing the motor currents from each axis of the robot itself, so we can monitor that for life expectancy and those types of things. Again, enabling us to make better decisions, enabling us to have a more consistent maintenance schedule, et cetera. So it's all about supporting it.
I got to ask, tell me about the bandana.
So we nicknamed him Axel. That's the name of our robot.
Well, James, thank you so much for the show, man.
Pleasure.
Enjoy.
Thanks, Cory.
All right, Matt, I found the largest screen and dashboard on the entire show floor, and I had to learn exactly are we showing here. Talk to me about the challenges we're seeing customers deal with this deluge of data and how they're bringing it to life for usefulness.
Of course, yeah. So here at the Data Viz Zone, all of our Splunk products Here we are working on ensuring our customers have the flexibility and that performance needed to visualize large volumes of data across any use case.
Yeah.
And so we have Dashboard Studio, of course, which makes that super easy to do across a variety of use cases.
Yeah.
Then we also have the Splunk UI Toolkit, which is a set of free React packages that empower our customers to build up their own custom Splunk app completely free across any range of use cases.
Nice.
And so that's actually the same packages that our product teams use internally to build up the products that our customers know and love, such as Enterprise Security, ITSI, and even Dashboard Studio.
Sweet, so what's the one major announcement in the dashboard and the UX team that you're maybe most excited to showcase here at .conf?
Yeah, of course, so for Dashboard Studio, we are super excited to be adding new capabilities to ensure our customers can build the most complex and dynamic dashboards than ever before. And so that's through new visualizations such as timeline. We support custom visualizations, conditional show hide, token eval, as well as tab dashboards. We even have new ways to manage and share dashboards through version history, as well as sharing dashboards outside of Splunk. We also have, for the Splunk UI Toolkit, we have a major release across all of our packages that support React 18 and TypeScript 5, as well as we've made it even easier to get started with the simplified app creation flow.
Well, fantastic. Well, having this big dashboard, I have a feeling you're going to be a very busy guy, so have a fantastic rest of .conf.
Awesome, thank you so much.
All right, Tim, it's football time in America, and I am terrible at fantasy football. Is there anything that you could show me that you're showing here on the floor at Splunks.conf that might be able to help?
Corey, we are here to help. So what we've done here is we've partnered with SportRadar, who is the official data provider for the NFL. We've taken all the data from their last 3 seasons, plugged it into Splunk Cloud, and then using Splunk AI and Splunk Machine Learning, we've been able to build out a model that we've called the Splunk AI Prediction Engine. That engine can then create what it sees as an ideal fantasy football lineup on a weekly basis. So using a format of a budget on a week of $50,000, and then divvying that up between players, this engine will then create its lineup where we're having people that come into conf create their own lineup that can then compete with what Splunk has. So if they do win and they are able to beat the engine, they get a Splunk t-shirt. They come in first or second, we've got some Matthew Berry signed footballs, who is the godfather of all fantasy football.
That's right.
And this dashboard here, one of the cool things it has is it's got the predictive scores on it, and then whenever somebody enters their lineup, they can tell between everybody that's been to our kiosk that what percentage of people have picked the same players as they have. So you can see Christian McCaffrey here is 25% of the people that came up.
Yep.
I'd say everybody wants him, but he is tough to afford.
That's exactly right. So I love art of the possible, but what's the inspiration behind this? What does it really teach our customers about Splunk?
So AI, big thing going on right now. Large language models are huge, but what we've used to build this is random forest and clustered data.
Okay.
So large language models, not everything. Splunk machine learning, more practical.
Yep.
Something that you can use, and this is just to showcase what's possible. Plenty of customers have come up here, come through and said, oh, now I know what I can use on my own instance.
Fantastic. Well, that's art of the possible, but I want to get into the technical details of how this was all built. So I'm going to go over here and talk to Yang to hear a little bit more about how he built it.
Enjoy.
All right, Yang, I just talked with Tim about this fantasy prediction engine, but I hear you're the guy to tell us a little bit more about the actual technology that underpinned it. So talk to me about the Splunk AI Toolkit and what you built here.
Absolutely, so the Splunk AI Toolkit is an out-of-the-box toolkit where we pulled in a ton of the most common and useful machine learning algorithms for customers to deploy out of the box on their data. And what we did here was we pulled in a ton of data from, as you might have heard, SportsRadar, and a lot of other data sources. And because Splunk is such a powerful data platform, we're able to combine all those different perspectives with the AI toolkit, run them through the models, and create a very powerful prediction.
Excellent. Now, I love art of the possible, and I love these fun activations, but at the end of the day, this has to matter to business.
Right.
How does this apply, and how are you seeing customers adopt that Splunk AI toolkit for resilience outcomes?
Oh, we see customers adopting this already. We have customers using this to predict bank fraud and prevent it before it happens. We have customers using this to predict when machines are going to fail up to weeks in advance, so they can get ahead of their issues and not halt their production line. This is a powerful tool for customers, and fantasy football is a chaotic system. So it's almost the idea of if we can predict something so chaotic,
Yeah.
well, we know we can predict something, our security and observability environments.
Yeah.
We just wanted to test its limits and see how we can do in fantasy football.
Well, I love it. I love, again,
Yeah.
the idea of fantasy football as a perfect anomaly, or a perfect analog for what customer challenges are. And hopefully it inspires more of our great Splunk customers to actually
Absolutely.
dig in, download
Yeah.
the product, and get their hands on for some fun use cases. Thanks, Yang.
Absolutely, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, we're here at the Splunk Arcade with my friend Greg. You know I'm a sucker for a simulator.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about how we brought Splunk to the racing or flying simulator.
Well, one of the coolest things we did with this was we actually wrote the code to instrument with this, right? This is Flight Sim 2020. It has an SDK, so we were able to integrate with this and pull data into an actual live Splunk dashboard.
Okay.
Right. So as you're flying, one of the goals you're going to have to do is to stay low, right? You're trying to replicate the bombing run at the end of Top Gun Maverick, right?
Yeah.
Where you get in the plane and you're flying back and forth, right? And so you stay low as you fly. Data from your flight goes over here into this Splunk dashboard. So this live Splunk dashboard
Really?
as you're flying.
All right.
We can pull the data and see what's going on. So let's start you flying. Let's see.
All right,
Let's see how
I
it
do
goes.
here. Now, while I'm doing this, I got to ask, there's some other cool games going on behind us. What are the other sort of activations in terms of games and how it ties to Splunk observability?
Well, one of the coolest things that we did is we actually wrote a thing called, well, we didn't write it, we adapted a thing called Cube Doom,
Okay.
which is a Doom game that you play, and as you're playing, you are killing containers and instances and VMs and stuff. And it's replicating what it would be like to be a real operator of a web application, right? Stuff dies, stuff has problems, and as you're going through the game, you're destroying services, and you can see that in Observability Cloud.
Really?
Yeah, so like in real time, as you're messing up your application, it's telling you, hey, you're messing these up, you're causing these problems, and you can figure it out really fast. You can find the problems really quickly.
So it's like an intentional chaos monkey.
Exactly, exactly. It's like a chaos monkey that you get to drive, right?
Nice, I love it.
Yeah, so it's super cool. And then we're also doing a couple of other things where we have a Splunk arcade simulation where you play like Space Invaders and Frogger and those sorts of things.
Really?
And as you play them, like you learn about Observability Cloud. The games are all fully instrumented, so
Okay.
everything you do shows up in the game. And as you get better, the game gets harder, the game gets better, and like it learns from you, and you get to see that
Really?
performance. So it's pretty cool. And like, it's sort of like with this flying sim, right? Like as you learn and you adapt, right? Like it's giving you, it's giving you
That was a
harder
hard
things,
thing.
like to get you into the water.
So you get to come to Splunk.conf, you get to play games, that's cool.
Absolutely.
But you're saying that this is actually a learning experiment.
It is, and like everything we do at .conf has something behind it, right? One of the things we do here is showing people there are places you can get Splunk where you would never expect it.
Okay.
Right? I think if we told people you can use Splunk to look at the performance of a game, nobody would think that, right? And
I
if
love
you
it.
think, you can also get data about the computer that's running the game, right? They have a Splunk Observability Cloud dashboard that'll show you CPU performance and all those sorts of things you'd expect. But at all the activations in the arcade, it's like show up, learn stuff,
Play games, have
play
fun.
games, have fun.
Greg, thank you so much for building this
yeah,
Splunk Arcade.
it was
Dude. This is
awesome.
cool. It's too bad I'm not better at this.
No, you'll get better. You'll be better. Thank you.
Man, there's a lot of walking around this floor. Conf is awesome, but man, sometimes you need to take a rest. Woo, couch. Much needed relaxation. Oh, hello, buddy. What are you doing here? Oh, hey.
Hey, welcome to the Splunk home.
I appreciate it.
I'm Sam. How you doing? How's your day?
I'm fantastic. I just wanted to have a seat and Splunk home. I mean, what's a home without a pet, right?
Absolutely. That was exactly what my colleague Mel said. She was like, "We need to build something for a home. It's got to be pets, right?
Yeah.
It's not a home if you've not got pets." So yeah.
Tell me
Here's-
about what you're showing here.
Here's Harry the dog.
All right, Harry.
He's wearing a little Bluetooth beacon around his collar.
Okay.
And that Bluetooth beacon is just kind of emitting all the way around the shop floor. We've
Yep.
got 2 dogs, we've got 3 cats,
Okay.
and you can kind of walk around and find them.
Oh, really?
Dashboard here will show you in real time kind of what areas have got what animals in,
Yeah.
where they've been. So if we look on the board at the moment, you've got Doug. That's the other dog.
Oh, okay.
Not the one
Doug
with you.
the dog, I love that.
Yeah, he's currently in the arcade. Before that, he was here in the lounge. He got over there about an hour and 10 minutes ago.
So that's where Yang got his cat.
So yeah, it's just like a fun little tactile way to demonstrate and another use of Splunk. And
Well, that's the fun part, is that there's all kinds of ways you can use Splunk, and it's all meant to, it's what we do on the Pavilion floor, is like inspire people
Exactly, yeah.
to the uses. So like, how would this apply? Like, what are the technologies underpinning it, and how would it apply to a real customer use case?
yeah, so I think like one customer today actually said to me, "Oh, I want to do something similar. I've got my location at home. It's on my phone. I use this app. it's a bit clunky. I'm going to go home and try and do that in Splunk. So there's one. That's, again, it's a home one, but maybe something a bit more professional would be, like, how about a shop floor with like workshop and loads of tools?
Yeah.
Really expensive assets, and you want to track them around the place, right?
Yeah.
I want to know who's got that particular tool, what room's it in.
That's
Just
brilliant.
look on the dashboard and find it.
I do love this when we're able to bridge the carpeted world with the rest of the world and that IT/OT convergence. Well, thanks so much, and thanks for the chance to sit down, and
Great.
it was so nice to meet Doug.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Cheers, man. Thank you. All right, Di, I love sneakers, and it looks like you do too, my
I do,
man.
absolutely, yeah.
Well, tell me about what you've done here with the sneaker store here at Splunk Home.
So yeah, so I'm a big sneakerhead,
Yeah.
and I love Splunk, obviously, so Splunk and sneakers seems like a perfect combination.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we've created a virtual website, fake virtual website. Unfortunately, you can't buy the shoes.
Aw.
You can buy them virtually.
Okay.
Yeah? So anybody visiting the stand can hit the QR code,
Okay,
go into the store.
so I can go right here to the store.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I like these, they're funky.
Yeah,
So I can go in here and click those, buy them up.
absolutely.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Purchase.
Yeah, so you buy them, and basically what happens then is any data sent over to Splunk,
Okay.
and then it gives you all the insights into what the data's telling you.
Yeah.
So it takes that data, it might just be one line, one event per sale,
Yeah.
but then explodes that data, gives you an idea of sort of a retail use case. So what are people buying? You know, when are they buying them?
Yeah.
You know, what colors do they like? That
Well, I
sort
see
of
the
thing.
sentiment analysis tells me that the white and black is the winner right now.
That's right, yeah.
Which kind of bums me out.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
not my favorite shoe here.
No,
But I do
like-
love the store, and I'll be honest, like having a fellow sneakerhead doing an
Yeah.
activation, I love it,
Absolutely,
Di. Thanks
yeah.
for doing this, man.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Time for the party here at Splunks.conf, the soiree. Ryan, tell me a little bit about what you've built here to make sure that we have digitally resilient beer delivery.
Well, first of all, we have to make sure that the beer is available and flowing and cold. We actually have employed a number of IoT solutions to be able to attach to Splunk to send all of that data. There's just an explosion of data, and it's very easy to tap into that using Splunk and Edge Hub. So what we've done is hooked up flow sensors to measure the volume of beer that's being poured. We have digital scales measuring the CO2 tanks to make sure that they are available and they're not running out. And we also have Edge Hub, which is monitoring environmental metrics, monitoring for leaks, and making sure that everything is running properly.
So tell me a little bit about how this actually applies to the real world, because this is beer for a party, but why does what are the problems that customers are trying to solve right now?
Right, so there is just literally an explosion of data that's out there, and being able to tap into that data is key. So Edge Hub actually makes that very, very easy. You can collect all of that data at the edge or in colos, and data that previously was very not easy to tap into. It's really streamlined the ability to take in manufacturing protocols and MQTT and other devices that speak those IoT protocols. What we've done is basically made it easy, and we're collecting all that data at the edge and processing and massaging that data, but even better, being able to correlate that with business-related data and to drive insights within those environments.
Well, I can tell you this, the business outcome that all the attendees here at .conf are interested in right now is making sure they've got a nice cold beer. So Ryan, thanks so much for bringing Splunk to the soiree and making sure we have resilient beer delivery. Cheers, my man.
Cheers.
Well, one of my favorite activations of the Splunk technology at Cisco has been the Cisco store. And today, I'm here with Derek, and we're at the Splunk store. Derek, tell me a little bit about what we've done to bring Splunk to the retail experience.
Sure, Corey. So today we're actually Splunking the entire Splunk store. We're looking at a lot of data coming in from Cisco. So the store is built on Cisco Meraki infrastructure. We're looking at point of sale data, really taking a real world example and bringing it into Splunk and making it real life.
Now, one of the things I love about this whole activation that you've helped guide is it actually really ties to the business outcomes that matter. Talk to me about the retail business outcomes that you're really highlighting here as part of this activation.
Yeah, so with our customers at Splunk, when we look across the retail hospitality industry, one of the main use cases and outcomes that we power is digital resilience for the store. So looking at all the technology in the four walls of the store, whether it's your point of sale environment, it's your infrastructure, your payment, your core applications, understanding if not only are they resilient, but are they secure?
That's incredible. Now, if you had to pick one product from the Cisco or from the Splunk store that you get to take home, which one is it?
You know, we actually have a lot of new products here this year. I would say the koozie. We have
koozie.
a comp hoodie koozie to put your beverage of choice in. Keep that drink cold.
Nice. Well, definitely check out the Cisco and Splunk store online to find all your favorite merch. And Derek, thank you so much for showing how we've brought real digital resilience to this really cool retail activation.
Thanks for stopping by. Let's get you a new shirt.
Well, folks, I have had a blast showing you my favorite activations here at Splunks.conf in the Pavilion. And hopefully you got a little inspiration on how we're bringing the future of digital resilience here at Splunks.conf. Hopefully we'll see you next year. Stay Splunky, my friends.